Before dawn on the Silk Road, a caravan stood trembling with urgency. Salt-lipped camels groaned, traders argued, and the eastern horizon promised coin if they outran the heat. Only Farid, a gray-bearded guide, waited without a word. He smelled a storm no one else could see. Patience, he said, is the quiet hand that turns chaos aside. But what if patience costs a day, and a day costs a fortune? What if waiting feels like failure? In the desert, haste is a debt collected by the wind, paid in water, beasts, and men. This is the story of two hearts, one burning to go, one steady enough to stay. It will show how holding still can move a life farther than running, and how the gentlest strength mends the fiercest unrest. Ignore it, and you may arrive nowhere. Hear it, and restless hearts will find a road home at long last. Year 1107, on the edge of the Karakum, the caravanserai held the last stars. Men tightened cinches and shook sleep from their beards. Farid, son of Safwan, pressed his palm to the sand and drew a breath. Beneath the cool crust the grains ran hot and dry. The air tasted of iron and bitter dust. He lifted his eyes, clouds like peeled wool, a line on the horizon not mountain. We wait, he said. Jamal, a merchant, scowled at Farid. Wait, while the market in Merv opens without us. Patience fattens the man behind us. Patience keeps him alive to eat, Farid replied, gentling his tone. Lash the tents. Wrap the bells. Wet the wool veils. You will breathe through them before noon. A knot of men muttered. Rashid, proud and lean, spat dust. I paid for speed, not sitting. He took 6 and strode into the brightening east. Farid did not curse them. He sent a boy with water and dates, then stood beneath lintel until they shrank to ants on a gold plate. By the 6th hour the desert rose, a wall marching. Farid tied the camels nose to tail, led them to leeward corners, and ordered the men down. Breathe steady. Count your breaths. Do not fight the wind. Let it spend itself. Grit screamed against stone. The air became a blade. Through the roar, Farid's voice threaded, low, even, patient. Men counted, sipped, while fury burned itself hollow. At last the light thinned. The storm sighed and loosened its grip. Silence rang like a bell over half-buried tracks. From the wastes came a hoarse cry, beneath the sky. Help us! Farid lifted his veil and signaled 2 men for ropes and shovels. Move, but not with panic, he said. Listen between gusts. The wind buries sound as well as men. They waded into half-settled drifts, pausing at each lull to catch the faintest cry. Jamal followed, heart thudding, shame heavy in his throat. They found Rashid's party in a trough of dunes, camels kneeling, ribs shivering, 2 men coughing blood-tinged dust, 1 pinned to the ribs by a lip of sand. Farid knelt and spoke like cooling water. You will live. Slow your breath. Drink in sips, not gulps. He timed their heaves to the storm's exhale, showing how to free a leg without dropping the wall. Rope by rope, breath by breath, they drew the stranded out and steadied the beasts. Back within the walls, the rescued lay in shade, faces gray as ash. A boy carried water, bowls passed from hand to hand. No one spoke of profit. Jamal stood beside Farid. I argued against waiting, he said quietly. You kept us from becoming them. Farid looked toward the one dusk where the wall of sand had stood and shook grit from his sleeves. The desert respects patience. It makes no bargain with hurry. He placed Jamal's palm on sun-warmed stone. Feel how the heat leaves slowly. Hearts do the same. Give yours time. Night cooled the courtyard. Stars gathered like a council. Sleep came carefully, but it came. At first light the sky opened like a clean cloth. Farid turned to Jamal. Lead us the first mile. Set a pace thirsty men can keep. Jamal swallowed and watched shadows, the lean of grasses, the small truths Farid had taught. He walked not to conquer distance, but to carry his men their whole. Boots found rhythm with breath, bells chimed soft under wrapped cloth. Word of the storm went ahead of them like a rumor of rain. At wells and fire pits, traders repeated the tale. Anxious men listened. In hearing how stillness saved lives, their own restless hearts loosened. Many learned to wait before they ran, to read the sky before they loaded haste upon their backs. By evening, the caravan moved as one patient body across the pale road. The day's harshness burned away. The quiet power of patience had mended them, one steady breath at a time. Jamal kept the pace, eyes soft, steps sure, remembering the storm's lesson. Wait, listen, then move. In that quiet order, worry loosened, and the desert felt like passage.